Here we are. We're here to look at plays. How many plays? 5 plays. Let's go. Stick around. Greetings. Welcome back to 5 Play Friday, the show where we analyze game video and look at all the things. Let's get started today with our You Make the Call play. Play number 1. Make your ruling in the comments below. Let's take a look at play number 1.
0-0-2-4-0-1.
Did you say there was a quick throw?
You just want to have time to see.
All right, so on this play, we have an air ball. A player jumps out of bounds, directs the ball in the direction of a teammate. The ball goes into the backcourt. Player jumps from out of bounds, throws the ball in, all of the things. Is this a legal play? This crew ruled it to be a legal play. Is this a legal play? Put your ruling down below in the comments. Do you have a legal play? Do you have a violation? What would be your reasoning on the play? And of course, stick around to the end of the video. Today, we'll look at that play. We'll break down all of the things. And with that, let's move along to play number 2. All right, we've got a player up on the ring. A technical foul is ruled. What do we have on this play? What is going on? But before we do, greetings everybody. Welcome back to 5 Play Friday. My name is Greg Austin with A Better Official. We craft video to help basketball officials get better and take control of their officiating career. Glad you're joining us today. If this is the video content you find valuable, do make sure to do all the things. Hit like, subscribe, and notify so you don't miss out on any of our new content, including live streams every Wednesday and Friday during the basketball season. Awesome. Okay, so on this play, we have a technical foul ruled. Why would we have a technical foul ruled in this situation? Player goes up, attempts to dunk, misses, grabs the ring, and then plays the basketball. This is not allowed by rule. Holding on to the ring or the backboard to gain an advantage is a player technical foul by rule. And our officials correctly assess the technical foul. Display great habits here coming together as a crew. What do you have on this play? We've got player technical. We're going to shoot 2 at the other end. Any player eligible substitute, right? The basics. In some situations, right, we have everything is super obvious, right? This is player technical. What do we do in a player technical? But just going through the procedure of coming together as a crew can always keep us out of trouble. We may have a play later where our crew failed to do that. So stick around for that. So in this situation, we have a player technical foul by rule. It is illegal to gain an advantage, right? That's just by holding on to the ring, the player gained the advantage of staying up in the air and then playing the basketball. You can see this on tip dunks, right? Sometimes a player attempts the dunk and then it misses, it's off to the side. They continue to hold the ring, pulling them up to contact the basketball. In high school, this is a player technical foul by rule, correctly ruled by our calling official on this play. All right, the rare .2 on the clock, tipped into the basket, ruled a legal play. What do you have on this play, right? So we know all of the things related to .3 or less. In an instance where there's more than .3 on the clock in high school, a player can catch and release a try by rule, but if the clock is at .3 or less, that is not allowed, and the only option a team would have to score would be to tap the ball into the basket, right? A tap being the batting of a ball towards the goal in an attempt to score, and that's what we have on this play. Apparently, many things led up to this situation, including technical fouls on both teams. So subsequent to a technical foul here, or right after a technical foul, we have a division line throw-in. We've got these players competing at the basket, right? Both teams in bonus, right? What kind of patient whistle would we want in this situation? Obviously, a very patient whistle. We have that here. These players are competing for the ball, etc. Legal play, batting of the ball, score it, and this game is over. So, a great example of a .2 or less scenario officiated successfully and correctly on this play. So, it's great to see in the wild, right, an actual tap for goal with .2 or less successfully executed, properly adjudicated on the court when we need to be ready to when these plays occur, right? So prior to the ball being inbounded here, our crew probably in some fashion communicates, right? This was after a technical foul. What is going to be allowed here in this situation? If the player catches the ball, we know by rule they cannot release a try, but the catch, of course, does not cause the game to be over. We could have a foul in that situation, as we've discussed on previous plays on Basketball Rules Expert, right? So we'll put a link to our complete playlist of Basketball Rules Expert episodes up above. But a great play to review so we can all get better and be prepared to adjudicate these plays when we've got a tremendous group of show supporters. Let's check who's up on the show supporter big board today. Chuck Kiezulas, David Peterson, Peter Blum, Darren Hansen, and Les O'Connor Jr. Much appreciated and much love. You want to support the show? There's always a link down in the show notes below, and I'm going to put one up above.
Jaguars working it around. There they go inside. And we got a push off. I want to check on that call. It should be against Emerald Ridge because they definitely had a push off. And it's going to be 1-1 the other way. I just want to, the refs are going to talk things over, but the Tahoma player underneath there, Kate Wooten, looked like she got pushed, and that is the indication.
Well, we have the head ref association right next to you.
Is that Jeff?
It is.
Jeff Matson is here tonight. He helped too during the football season. Yeah, it was like calling down to L.A. and getting our ruling. Only he'd be up in their press box.
All right, so we have on this play a team control foul, right? Black has team control in an effort to throw a post pass. The post player pushes off, obvious team control foul. The calling official indicates 1-1, right? This is a scenario, we can have a brain fart, etc. Who's obviously the veteran official on this play? The lead. New trail, obviously. Right? Our old trail, new lead thinks for a moment, hey, wait a minute, and goes to the official, and the official says, no, we're going to do this. This is the proper ruling on this play. So this is a great situation to review. I recently posted a 5 minutes on officiating. I'll put the link right here, where we talk about you have to listen to your voice, their voice that's saying we are going to adjudicate this play wrong. And we have to know that, right? And we have to be able to go to an official who in this instance is obviously the senior official on the crew and express our concerns and fight for the right ruling if we know that our crew is about to go down the wrong road on a play such as this. So this is the incorrect ruling. We can never shoot free throws by a foul by the, no, that would be an incorrect statement. A team control foul will never result in free throws, right? Also, when we have this situation occur, we need to report, right? We have a push as our ruling, but we have to report that this is a team control foul, identifying those when they occur in the game, even before we get to a bonus situation, is critical as well. So we have a mistake being made by the crew. Our center offers no information. They're on board. This is 1-1. We need to be better than that, right? But I'd say for our trail official who says, wait a minute, this is wrong, right, and reacts to it and says, hey, wait a minute, are we doing the right thing? And they are quickly talked off by the calling official on the play. Two things, right? As the official who has concerns, we're going to screw this play up, here are my concerns. Reacting to that is a positive thing. You have to do that. You have to fight for it. I know this is incorrect. Team control foul. They had team control. There was no loss of team control. We never shoot free throws. Should be a throw in on the end line, etc. Right? But the other part of the equation is this. You are the veteran official, and your young official comes to you and says, wait a minute, we're doing this wrong. We have to be receptive to that. We have to listen, right? To communicate, listen. This person is saying, hey, I was just in the rules book last night, etc. Right? So there's two components here. One is, as the calling official, we have a brain fart, we make a mistake, we make the wrong ruling. The game says, okay, we're accepting it. I mean, there's nothing about the demeanor of the official that would allow anybody really to question that this is correct, right? Great confidence and demeanor on the court, etc. So, double-edged sword. If you have concerns, fight for the right ruling in the game. If you are the calling official and somebody comes to you with those concerns, listen, and maybe you can save yourself from making a mistake in the game, which happened here on this play. Da, 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 da. We screwed it up. We screwed it up badly. So is this a correctable error situation? If the coach, the offended coach here, goes to the table and says, hey, sound the horn, I want this reviewed as a correctable error situation. We come together as a crew, etc. Yes, this is correctable. I made a recent basketball rules episode on correctable errors. I will put a link above, and we can check that out as well. Definitely correctable. Dave, I agree with you 100%. Especially you've got that young official, let's say, and you're the veteran official, and you're cruising along, and you're in control of this game, and everything's groovy, and you make a ruling, and your young official comes to you, right? Part of our development of those officials is allowing them to react to and be aware that they are saying, wait a minute, we're going down the wrong path, and react to that. And allow them to express themselves, etc., and communicate. Maybe they do it successfully, maybe they don't. Maybe they come to us, I think this is wrong, etc., and we're saying, we're not listening to I think, we're listening to you make declarative statements. This is a team control foul. Hold on, this is a team control foul. There was no change of possession. Team control foul. No free throws, team control foul, right? We're sort of grasping at anything we can say to get our calling official and walk them off the ledge from getting us down the wrong path. Yeah, Rockin'. So this is the key component in the equation. Of course they know what's right, and I'm just the young official. I don't know, right? If they say it goes like this, then I'm going to just accept that. I advise against that because at some point you're going to realize, wait a minute, this game needs protection from my partners in this situation. We're doing something incorrectly. I know it's incorrect. I know they're more veteran partner. We have to respond to that voice that says, and fight for it. And it's like a crossing over moment for young officials when they say, no, this is incorrect. I'm going to stand up. I'm going to be obstinate. I'm going to stand in front of the tank, and I'm going to be heard, and I'm going to not allow my crew to go down this path, right? That doesn't mean we're going to be successful, but it's an important moment for an official to feel the confidence to do that and the ability to effectively communicate. Yeah. It's tough. It's tough if you go up against an official who will not listen to you or will not yield to doing the correct thing, even if they realize it, because it would be personally embarrassing to them. This is the worst case scenario. No, we're going to administer this 1-on-1, etc. Maybe you get back to the locker room. I realize what you said, but I didn't want to embarrass the crew and by looking bad or whatever, right? Or even worse, like after the fact, never come to me and question my ruling on the court, right? This is terrible for the game. Not saying that's what happened here. Can it potentially happen? Absolutely. My tech team has given me detailed instructions about the flow of the show, and I'm trying to execute because they are very tough on me in post-game show breakdowns. Jeez, that's a lot of pages, man. Come on. All right, next play. How do we properly adjudicate this play? So this is into a team's own or the opponent's basket, rather. Opponent's basket. The other team, sort of recognizing the opportunity, picks up the ball, throws it in, scores another goal into that basket. How do we adjudicate this play properly? This is not something you see every day. This is something you may see at lower levels. You'd be surprised to see this in a varsity game, but that doesn't mean it can't happen. Players get confused. Sometimes they have just substituted into the game. They don't have their head in the game, and this happens. How do we adjudicate this play properly, right? So there is guidance in case play in this situation. And there's also a practical way to handle a team scoring a goal for their opponent inadvertently by becoming confused. In this instance, if there is simply confusion on the court, players become disoriented by this. I've seen this play happen where a team scores a goal in the wrong basket and the entire game flips. Players are certainly flexible, right? When the game says we're going this way and they scored a goal, then we think we're going the other way, right? I've seen situations where the white team would take the ball out of bounds here, pass it in, and go down in the other direction, right? It's happened right in front of me. The players are very versatile and malleable, and it's easy for people's perception, especially if it's early in the game, to get disoriented very quickly. But in this instance, if the opposing team, intentionally takes the action of passing the ball in and scoring in this situation, this is a technical foul by rule, and we would cancel the goal. So if we deem that white has an intentional act here of passing the ball in and scoring into their basket, which they're not allowed to do in this situation. That is a team technical by rule. Cancel the goal and administer the technical foul. Now, for practical purposes, when you recognize a team has scored the ball into their opponent's basket inadvertently, right? My recommendation is to, everybody's confused, everybody's stunned in the moment. Potentially you are as well. But in this instance, after the goal is scored by black inadvertently or in a confused fashion, black ball, black ball, black ball. And if necessary, stop the game and allow everybody to get oriented correctly in this situation. So this play submitted by Mike Connors. If you want to submit a play to 5 Play Friday, I'll put a link down below and we can get your play on 5 Play Friday as well. And this occurs. Confusion, right? We want to avoid confusion in our game. We want to avoid, with our signals, with our voice, with our explanation, etc. We always want to avoid confusion in the game. And when we get to a situation where a potentially confusing thing happens, take action, be proactive, and remedy the situation. Keep it from getting to, because the players in the moment of confusion are going to do unusual things and they could rise to the level of a penalty. And so we can prevent that. I'd say preventative officiating would come into play here. The players have done something in the game that is illegal. It is on the players. In this instance, the case play says this would be a team technical. It's not on player throwing the ball in or the player who shoots the ball at the basket. It is a special circumstance that sometimes occurs in the game, right? It's just addressed as a case play because it sometimes occurs, and we just need to be ready for it and know how to deal with it. If we didn't have the case play and they put the ball in the basket, is that legal? Right? All right. At the start of the show, we had play number 1. What do you have on this backcourt play? Let's take a look at play number 1 and break down all the things.
0-0-2-4-0-1.
Did you say there was a quick throw?
You found out I'm going to say.
All right. 3-point try for goal. Player leaps, directs the ball in the direction of a teammate. It goes over their head. That teammate jumps from inbounds, catches the ball, throws it to a teammate. Right, so we have the juxtaposition here of 2 actions by players going out of bounds. One, a player bats the ball in the direction of a teammate, intentionally directing the ball towards a teammate. Right? And this, of course, this occurs after a try for goal by that team. Right? So understanding all of the things, the components. We have a try for goal. Is there team control by white in this situation? No. Does the batting of the ball here establish team control? Are they the last to touch in the front court? And then here, the first to touch in the backcourt? Is this a legal play by rule or is this illegal? Those are the things we need to do. This could be a high processing play anytime a try is released, etc. So even though a player intentionally bats the ball in the direction of a teammate, what establishes team control on the court after the release of the try? We have to have player control, right? You could say this player made a controlled directional tap of the ball or bat of the ball. It was an intentional act. But what by rule establishes player control on the court? In order to have team control, we have to have player control. What by rule establishes it? It's so simple. Holding or dribbling the ball. Holding or dribbling the ball. Does our player jumping out of bounds here hold the ball? Or do they bat the ball? They did it on purpose. It was towards their teammate, right? But then we get the juxtaposition later on the same play. This player jumps from inbounds, grabs the ball, is holding the ball, right? And that's the moment that we've established team control. So if we had that same action by the original player on the end line, it would establish team control in that moment. The toss to the backcourt would result in a backcourt violation. But in this instance, the correct ruling of no call, legal play, was made by our crew on this play. That's a good play. That's a good play to argue about. But in the end, in our judgment, the correct ruling was made. This is a legal play by rule. And with that, I would say we are out of time. What's that? What? A bonus play? All right, Bedlam. So we have this is a collegiate game, and ultimately free throws are attempted in this game, right? We're going to see that we see these situations occurring in collegiate games. How does it relate to the high school level? But what we have is after the final horn has sounded, an unsporting act by a player, the officials assess a player technical foul. Or would it be a bench technical? In this instance, at the collegiate level, they would then attempt the free throws, even though the result of the free throws cannot affect the score, right? So understanding that this is a collegiate level play, and that those free throws would be awarded as part of that. The high school level, can we assess a technical foul in this situation? The game has ended, even though the free throws that would result would not affect the outcome of the game. We are assessing a technical foul on the player for shoving the ball into their opponent's midsection. Certainly think that our crew in this instance, there'd probably been tensions in the game. They were antennas were up in this situation, but we certainly are allowed by rule at the high school level to assess a technical foul in this situation if we deem that to be the case. And at that point, we would report and we would leave. Now, if this was the player's second technical foul, this could have implications for that player, as they would be disqualified from the game and potentially face some penalties. But this is perfectly legal and allowed by rule for officials to do. Normally, at the end of the game, we are exiting. We're going to have to have egregious behavior in order to assess a technical foul. But the other thing to remember is when we see these plays at the collegiate level and they end up attempting the free throws, why is that the case? Why is that the case? You have to understand that legalized sports betting is a thing, and at the collegiate level, this is certainly the case for women's games, and so it's important that they attempt the merited free throws in this situation. That's the caveat on collegiate plays. But this is not something you see every day. But at the same time, the officials recognizing that an unsporting action has occurred and they penalize accordingly. Hey, we've got a tremendous group of show supporters. Let's check who's up on the show supporter big board today. Chuck Kiezulas, David Peterson, Peter Blum, Darren Hansen, and Les O'Connor Jr. Much appreciated and much love. You want to support the show, there's always a link down in the show notes below, and I'm going to put one up above. We have additional video content available for you. I've put 2 possible videos for you to watch here. In either case, make your choice, choose wisely, and we'll see you, yes indeed, in the very next video. Take care, everybody.